Jim, I'll tell you, that's impressive for a rookie to get, top 10 in the points, because, you know as well as I do, Mike, we've got a good field of modifieds on hand pretty much every week. I mean, I didn't really count up, I didn't really do a stat this year as far as what we averaged car counts. It really doesn't matter. But I know our mod division is pretty strong.
We ran a B main just about every night second half of the season. So from July, toward the end of July on, we ran B mains, and I think there were 3 nights where we ran multiple B mains. So that's always telling. Usually most racetracks and the economy and all the problems we got going on, they fall off as the year goes on, because everyone's got money at the beginning of the year, then they run out, cut back. But our modified division got a little stronger this year.
Yeah, it did. Okay, ninth place in the points in the UMP modifieds, 11 starts. Out of them 11, he had 7 top 10s. Ninth in the points is Shane Motherman.
I'll just mention, since we're talking about Shane here, also he's the one that runs the Cincinnati Modified organization and does a great job with keeping track of the stats of all the different modifieds here in the area with Cincinnati Modified Championship. And that's a great deal just because it's able to compare the modified drivers who have a tendency to go to more than one racetrack. And actually, I think Weasel was in that championship battle right down to the last race. He and Matt Hamilton, I believe. So, and that's a neat deal. So you have to check that out, Cincinnati Modified Championship. And Shane Muggan's the one that runs that. Moving on to 8th place, one of the guys I enjoy talking to each and every week. He just likes to be out and be racing, and him and his brother are there just about every week. I think they're there every week, and they probably have been since we've started here at Moeller. Coming home in 8th place, he made 13 shows, had 1 top 5, and that's going to be Mike Marishan. Mike?
I just want to thank my family for supporting me and my brother for doing all the work, because I get all the fun. Thank you.
One of the good things about Mike, this year, I think many of you are aware that the 9/11 anniversary happened to fall on a Friday night, and we were racing, and Mike is traditionally number 91, and that night and for the rest of the season, he added an extra number 1 on there, so the number from then on was 9/11 in honor of that. So thanks, Mike, and I think we all can understand and appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, coming home 7th in the UMP Modifieds, 14 starts, 6 top 10s. I don't know if he's here tonight, but 7th place is Mark Ketzel.
I don't think he is.
6th place, I mentioned him already, out of Aurora, Indiana. Picked up a couple of nice feature wins, and you mentioned in your summary there as we got started, and I just mentioned him as the winner of the Cincinnati Modified Championship. Coming home in 6th place was Matt Hamilton. And I don't think Matt's here either.
I don't think he is. Okay, 5th place in their UMP Modified points, 14 starts. As we mentioned before, he had 1 big win this year, 2 top 5s, and 11 top 10s. Mr. Jimmy Lennox.
Again, the night he was in Victory Lane, that was one of the most exciting nights that we had in Victory Lane. And it's one of those things, he was so excited, I don't think he knew what to say or do.
Yeah, it was. That was a lot of fun that night.
Yeah, I just like to thank my mom and dad, and my boss lady Marge for all the late nights, let me keep my car ready, and Michelle and Larry Pickweimer for all the help they gave us this year. Thank you guys.
One of those things, I think Jimmy started off the year quite well and picked up that win a little later in the season, so it's always a good sign of a nice season. 4th place, guy that I haven't seen him here tonight, always exciting, Mr. Personality, one of those Northern Kentucky boys. Coming home in 4th place is going to be Dave McWilliams. Dave here tonight?
I don't think he's with us tonight.
Dave had one of those years, I think he went through 3 or 4 cars in the first half of the year. He jumped in and out of things, had some engine problems, but one of the guys always show up with a smile on his face.
I like David. He's a lot of fun. Know his dad, long-time racing family. And I think I said this last year, but it's kind of embarrassing, but I think Dave's the only guy that's kissed me in Victory Lane. One bad, but I'll leave it at that. Anyhow, we'll move on with that. Coming on third are UMP modified points. This guy's been around forever. Everybody knows him, everybody likes him. Good racer. 11 starts with us this year, of course, in the Stricker 68 machine. 5 wins. He had more wins than anybody in the top 10 as far as victories in the A-Main goes. Out of 11 starts, he had 5 wins, 10 top 5s, 11 top 10s. Got a little altercation there about 2/3 of the way through the season, I think. And had a tore up race car, and they missed a few weeks. Or I'll tell you, Mike, this guy he'd have probably been running right there for the championship. But third this year, great job, Weasel Roads.
Weasel happened to be, I think, the only guy this year that also won at Florence, at Lawrenceburg, and at Brush Creek.
Yeah, I believe so. That's right. Huge, not bad. That's great.
All right, I want to thank Joe Stricker. Wasn't for him, I'd be in the grandstand watching. And they talk about everybody's favorite race. The different races, the BRC race, whatever. Favorite races is the ones that I win. Even the bicycle race. Hey, cheat a little, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Just recently got married in November. Joe's got a lot of help. Mike helps, and a couple guys are not here. But I had a great time. I love the race. I hate to lose. I'm a pretty sore loser. Joey's a pretty sore loser. He don't show as much as I do, but he goes home, takes it out on his car, and I had to kick the neighbor's dog, I guess. I don't know. But I had a great time. Track was, awesome. Sometimes rough, sometimes smooth. I just like to race and have a good time, and I got to thank Joey again. And some people know, some people, but he doesn't fire me. But after he didn't fire me, his son's going to take over driving this year. So if anybody needs somebody to tear the car up, I'm available.
And I know that's right, because I'll tell you what, he used to drive my dad and my uncle's car, and I used to lay under that thing every night of the week. But he won a lot of races too, so Weasel's good in good hand.
Second in our point standings, the Racing Farmer picked up a feature win as well earlier in the year this time, and come home second in the another one of those bad fast cars, Randy Wash.
Yeah, Randy's done a great job, and I know him and Linda's not here tonight. I believe Randy's got some health issues, so I do know I talked to the gentleman tonight, Mr. Billy Williams, who's going to be driving that car next year. And I talked to Billy and made sure that was a done deal, and he said it was. So we're going to miss Randy Ross, but I know that's a pretty good race car, pretty good team, and I think now they got a pretty good wheel man. So we'll wish them continued luck.
7 of the 14 nights he was in the top 5. So,
right.
And again, with our modified division, that's a pretty good telling standard. We're going to go ahead and get the trophy. Let Billy take it back to him. I don't think he heard that.
Well, he said he wasn't going to come up, and that
We're going to get the trophy and let Billy take that.
yeah. Yeah, that'd be fine.
They said that was part of the deal. I had to come get a trophy so I could drive the car.
There you go.
So,
Whatever it takes, right?
that's right.
If Weasel knew that, he would beat you up here.
Okay.
What happens?
I didn't want to leave her side.
Good man, good man.
All right, moving on. Mount Ford UMP Modifieds 2011 season points champion. And I know this guy's won it before, and he's won other places before. Pretty daggone good modified driver, if you ask me. I know he's my daughter's favorite, so she's happy. 16 starts. Off a little bit in 2011. I mean, obviously he's a point champion. He did a great job, but he struggled a little bit. It was kind of a different season in the modifieds.
Only 2 wins this year for Doug,
Yeah.
so that was down a little bit.
But 2 wins, but out of 16 starts, he had 13 top 5s and 13 top 10s. So I mean, that's how you win a points deal. So our 2011 modified champion, Mr. Doug Atkins.
This is pretty awesome, man. I mean, I got my guys here. I thank my sponsors. I got the regular team here. My guys, I got Rick and Chris back here. the whole family, it's a family deal for us. It's racing. We just love it. I mean, this is all we like, man. We go at it wide open, as hard as you can go. I know everybody says their team works the hardest, but I think I got the hardest working two sitting right there. And they show it. And if I tear up a lot of stuff, man, I tear stuff up so bad, they just give me heck. I don't show up in the shop, and then they're there, and I'm not even there a lot of times. So that's a dedication I get from my team. And Mower Racetrack, it's a pretty awesome track. You guys put on a good show. All the guys, the pit guys, every guy that works there, it's just pretty awesome for us to come back and win this again. Thank you very much.
Mr. Atkins, I've done this before. You've not done 3 in a row. You're not getting a leather jacket yet. This has started. You need 2 more years. Ask Barry, pretty nice leather jacket, ain't it, Barry? On behalf of SNA Designs and Motor Raceway Park, give you your track championship jacket. Wish you all the best for next year.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
In addition, through the contingency connection, also be getting a $500 shopping spree courtesy of Red Horse Performance. And a nice trophy from Red Horse Performance as well, contingency connection.
Use that in the boat too. Oh, yeah. Tell my wife that. She'll get all that.
And Doug took on 2 track championships this year, as he was also the track champion on Saturday nights down at Portsmouth Raceway Park. So a couple of championships. So probably down by his standards in terms of success on the year, but obviously quite well.
It's all right.
Don't worry, it's not crickets, it's his phone. And in the modified division, I mentioned him already as a rookie. So come home 10th in our point standings. You're going to be our UMP modified rookie of the year, Alex Bruner. I've got to ask you though, I'm going to put you on the spot. Especially early in the year, it was kind of interesting because you drove the car Friday nights and Larry drove it a lot of Saturday nights. Were you feeling the pressure?
We had to put it together a lot on Saturdays. Well, he did. Sorry about that. But it was fun, and he does a really good job, and I really appreciate what he does for me. I'm honored to be able to drive the car. So.
We could tell he got better as the year went on because at the beginning of the year, Michelle was very nervous every night. And when he'd go out on the racetrack, she would be a basket case jumping up and down by the fence, and Larry was trying to help him out from the fence. But as the season wore on, they didn't get as excited and do as much. So we took that as a sign you were doing much better, and they were a little more confident in what you've done. So nice job on your Rookie of the Year. And of course, SNA Designs also has something for you.
Okay, and our final award for the UFP Modified will be the Hard Charger Award. And again, this guy comes out of the top 10. He finished 8th in the points. He's with us pretty much every week, does a great job. And the Hard Charger is Mike Marishon.
Mike is always the first one at the track waiting in line for the gate every Friday.
That's because I'm the last one in the standing.
Mike is an awesome guy to be around. He's
Try living with me.
just not my type.
Mike will also get a special contingency connection award through the performanceparts.com top performer. So he's going some of his certificates and packets there. He's going to have some extra recognition through contingency connection for that.
Thank you, Mike.
So now we move on to our wild and crazy Holman Motor Chevette division. And I travel to racetracks all across the country. I go to pavement races, I go to dirt races, I do all over the place throughout the summer on Saturdays and Sundays. That's the benefit of being a teacher. I can take off and go all over the place in the summertime. And get to talking to people about other racetracks and you know, the racing that I come from, and try and talk to people about mower. And they always ask, well, what kind of classes we run? Well, we run a great, you know, dirt late model, UMP modified. We run a street stock class, and we want a Chevette. And they always look at me, what? You still run Chevettes? Absolutely, and we get a bunch of them. So still kind of unique that we get so many Chevettes and have a good field of them, but I think a lot of that's courtesy of Greg Holman and the hard work that he's put in to help sponsor the class and put that extra money we talked about up. So moving into the Chevette's coming home in 10th place, a rookie this year. 15 starts throughout the season, and that's going to be Mike Clark.
Good job, man.
You're good?
Yep.
All right.